Is it wrong to be proud of walking 2 miles? If it's an accomplishment for you, then it is an accomplishment. Don't listen to what others have to say. Every journey starts with the first step. Be proud of yourself. F the rest of them. I'm proud of you. 2 miles is a long walk for someone who doesn't usually go on long walks. You did good. I walk 2.5 miles most days. But when I started, I was only doing about a mile. I worked my way up. Be proud of every step you take toward any goal. If you've been sedentary for a long time, that's huge. Don't let people take that away from you. I belong to a running training group that covers paces from those that run marathons in 3 hours or so, about 7-minute miles, all the way down to those who take 45 minutes to do a 5K, 3.1 miles. And there's no shame for any of us. The best thing about running is it's simultaneously an individual thing and can be a team thing. If you improved toward a goal, it's an accomplishment to be proud of. And it doesn't matter if that goal is walking your first mile non-stop without a break, or if that goal is getting a new personal best of sub 3 hours at a marathon. Slower people don't take away from those that are faster and vice versa. So cheering everyone on to do their best is standard practice. So good for you that you walked the mile and back. We all have to start somewhere. You absolutely should be proud for taking this step. Most of us don't just go on a 2-mile walk every day. You'll notice the benefits of this in a few weeks as long as you keep it up. Make sure to stay hydrated. When someone goes through physical therapy to learn how to walk again, they're literally relearning how to do something we all do every day. It doesn't change that the first step they take under their own weight and power is a huge accomplishment. Just because other people find your life experiences easy or not important, doesn't mean it's not an accomplishment worth being proud of and celebrating. Be proud you have to start somewhere. It's also not just about the distance. You decided that you wanted to do some walking. You made the commitment. You made some time to walk there and back. And then you actually did it. 1 or 2 miles becomes 3 or 4. Maybe even 5 eventually. 4 or 5. And maybe you start thinking about a bike. Feeling proud and feeling good about yourself is contagious. Any exercise is better than no exercise. You're doing great. For a normal weight person, yes, that is very easy. But as someone who has been 100 pounds overweight, I remember how painful and exhausting walking around the tidal basin during cherry blossom season was. Mate, be proud. For me, 2 miles is nothing. For you, it's part of a decision and active determined effort to be healthier and make your life better, and that is always worthy of respect. It's 2 miles more than you walked yesterday, and that is how we get results. Small improvements. Consistent over time. So well done. Keep at it. I'm impressed with the effort. 2 miles is great. A lot of people don't realize that walking 2 miles burns almost as many calories as running 2 miles. I've also noticed the trend lately is that walking gets measured in steps, while jogging is measured in miles. Especially with folks under 40. I guess because of the rise in popularity of Fitbits and Apple Watches. So they may be confused when you walk in a unit of measurement reserved for jogging. I think if you present it as, I met my goal of walking 5,000 steps here instead of taking an Uber, they would understand and celebrate that more. This is a big deal. You will work up to more in no time. I completely understand. I got super ill and experienced extreme muscle atrophy. I could hardly walk 200 feet without pain and feeling like I was about to collapse. A bit more than a year later, I can now walk 1.5 miles. It does take time, but as long as we push ourselves a little more each day, it will pay off. They may think it isn't an accomplishment, but can any of those people say they also decided to walk 2 miles instead of drive? I think it is an accomplishment. Good for you. I think it's a big deal. Congrats. If you were a friend or family, I may not make a big deal about it because you could be perceived as a person who would stop doing a thing because people were making a big deal about it. Does that make sense? I used to do a lot of creative writing years ago, and one time I finally showed my work to my family. And it was the worst mistake I'd ever made because all they wanted to do was congratulate me, telling me how awesome it was, and all I wanted to do was never write again because of all the attention. Are they walking on eggshells because they don't want you to stop walking? Dude, I'm proud you walked those 2 miles. Keep it up, man. Do what you can each day. Walking has been extremely therapeutic for me. Just a little bit goes a long way. My mental health is better and I've trimmed down a little bit. I started walking for like a month before I was feeling up to picking up the pace a little bit. Nope. Any amount of walking is good for you. And you saved money on both gas and Uber. Keep going. For someone in reasonable shape, it's not a big deal. If this is an achievement for you, though, there's nothing wrong with a bit of pride. Your friends should be sensitive to that. Keep it up. And 2 miles will one day be nothing for you either. Yes. If that's not your normal, I'd say you have every right to be proud. I regularly walk further distances, but I have a lot of friends who are more sedentary. If they walked what you did, I would be proud of them. You should be proud of yourself for pushing to do anything more challenging. Proud for completing it. Proud of yourself for making a positive choice for yourself.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.